Have you wondered why certain music sounds happy or sad? Well, we can explain why through music theory. My name is Brandon Pond. I've been playing instruments for 11 years now, specifically through piano, and I've been learning music theory for around a year now. The reason why this pertains to you is because if you understand the basic fundamentals of music theory, then you can make your own songs. Now, to go through it, we must first learn what a note is, then we learn how those notes become scales, and finally, how those scales create a roadmap to create chords. So, what is a note? Well, we can't really discuss notes without understanding what a frequency is first. So according to Michael Miller in 2016, a frequency is a measurement of how fast air molecules are moving. He also said that middle C is 261.6 hertz. So pressing middle C, you hear the oscillation of 261 hertz. However, when it comes to playing the piano, it's a little hard to memorize the 3-digit numbers. So we simplify it to what we call the alphabet of music, A through G. The way we label that on the keyboard is all the white keys are A through G, and then the black keys on top are the flats and sharps of those. And it depends which is a flat and a sharp based on the white key that you're basing it off of. Now there's 12 notes in total, and moving 12 notes up is called an octave. Now that we know what the notes are, how do we make a scale? So to make a scale, we move in a series of half steps and whole steps, but at the moment we're going to call them intervals. So to describe it, according to Brent Koppenbarger in 2014, a half step is the closest distance between two intervals, and an interval is the distance between two notes. So a half step, for example, would be the difference between moving from D-E to F, as there's no notes in between. A whole step would be moving from, for example, D to E, as now there is a sharp in the middle, and you'd move over two notes. So the way you make a scale is going to be whole step, half, whole, half. So starting on C, moving up two notes, a whole step, moving up, a whole step, half, whole, half. And now you have made C major. So now we move on to chords. So the chord we are going to focus on is called a triad. It's 3 notes. And a triad is made of 3 notes. It has a root note, a third, and a fifth. Now according to the U.S. Naval School of Music in 1950, the root note is the lowest note. The third is the middle note because it is the third above the root, and then the fifth is the fifth note above the root. So in the case of scale in C major, if we start with the root of C, we then, to make a major chord, will move up 4 notes, leaving 3 in between, which goes to E, then move up 3 notes, leaving 2 notes in the middle, and that makes C major. To make a minor chord, you would leave it where you would inverse it, where between the root and the third you move up 3 notes and have two keys in the middle and 3 notes in the middle, and move up 4 notes for the fifth. Now, to describe these triads in a scale, we will use Roman numerals. A major chord is capitalized, a minor chord is minimized, or lowercase. And then by mixing any 4 of those chords together, you can make a chord progression. And now you know how to make a song. So in total, you've learned how to play what a note is, you've learned how to play C major scale, and now you've learned how to play C major as a chord. Thank you. I hope you now go on forth and be little musicians.